What is up, Heifers and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, what's up? How are you doing? My name is Jillian, and welcome to my New York adventure. So this is my last night here in New York, and we are ending it with a bang at HOWOO Korean BBQ. And y'all, this is a whole vibe. My sister actually found this place, and I am super excited to try this out. They have complimentary still and sparkling water, so we've already received that. And y'all, check out this menu. So we are going to do a dinner package for 2 people. And I think what we're gonna do is peep out this duo for 2. That's $195. That comes with the Wagyu, the skirt steak, the strip loin, and the short rib. But you see here some of the other options, and they also have an a la carte menu as well. So I personally cannot wait to try this out. It's one of the top rated Korean barbecue spots, and you'll see over that they also will prepare your food for you. So you see our table neighbors over here getting their food prepared. So I think that that's cool as well, that it takes the pressure off. So you probably will tell them what temperature you want your food. We'll see. Because I will eat the meat how they recommend it being prepared. That will give it the most optimal taste. And you just enjoy it. You sit back and relax. So y'all, buckle up, Buttercup. Let's get on this Korean barbecue journey on our last night here in New York. So you see all the meats in the back. And when we came in, they actually had some that they were preparing on that cutting table right there. So I personally cannot wait to try out the Wagyu. The last time that we had like excellent Korean barbecue was actually in Chicago. And this place that we went to was also absolutely delicious. So I have high hopes, especially considering that this place has good reviews. And on the plus side, y'all, because it's just my sister and I, we didn't have to wait. They were able to seat us right away, which is pretty awesome. So y'all, I am ready to get my bougie Korean barbecue going. I've never even seen it where the cookery is like gold on the outside. So yeah. A little pricey, but hopefully here you are getting what you pay for. And some of our sides have just come out that are served traditionally with Korean barbecue. And you'll see it's kind of like an assortment of like your colder side dishes, which I believe is called the Banchan. So my Korean barbecue lovers out there, correct me if I'm wrong in terms of what the side items are called. Those of you all that are Korean barbecue lovers, what are some of the side dishes that you like to traditionally eat with your Korean barbecue? I also ordered, which was included with the package, a side of cold noodles spicy, because I've never had that with Korean barbecue, and my sister had picked out basically this kimchi stew. And as we're waiting for our barbecue, as I was saying earlier, they had the meat out, and you see the butcher right there preparing the meat, which looks so good. Y'all, my mouth is watering. I literally cannot wait. And another one of our side dishes, the egg souffle, has just come out, and it has some salt, some mushroom. I cannot wait to try it. I've never had egg souffle before, and I am going to start working on these side dishes with the meat, because I like pairing these things together with the Korean barbecue. So for those of you all who have had egg souffle, let me know, what do you think about it? I will definitely let you know my perspective as soon as I try it. And the side dishes just keep on coming out. So we received our second round of Banchan. And a lot of it, just like your pickled vegetables, your dips, which I was really impressed, especially this middle one, is like an anchovy sauce that has anchovies from Korea. So y'all, I cannot wait to dig in to all these side dishes that they have brought out, which is again called Banchan. And sometimes, y'all, you just have to like shake your head at your own self. I believe I had mentioned one of the side dishes being a seaweed salad, and I feel like sometimes I have the spirits around me like, you are obviously a broke heifer that's not used to going to really nice Korean barbecue. Y'all, this is spinach. It is not seaweed salad, and I realized that after I started picking at it. But these side dishes are bomb. They taste so fresh, especially one of the salads we have. It's kind of like a ginger citrus dressing. And you can tell that's not made from like purchased out of a bottle. That spinach, that's right over here, y'all. Delicious. And that salad, just this really nice ginger citrus dressing. All the side dishes I have zero complaints with. I haven't tried the egg souffle yet, so I'm about to try that. But the cold dishes, fresh, crisp. I want to kind of try some of it because I started thinking I don't want to start pairing meat with side, and like, what if there's something I don't like and the meat is wasted? But all of it's bomb. Let's get into our egg souffle over here. And you see that fluffy egg that just looks so delicious in that steam. Oh, and then our meat has come out. And we have that right here. Perfect distraction. And before this gets cooked, let me give you an up close look. You see that marbling, y'all, on the meat? I can't. And how fresh this mushroom looks. I am so happy that they are the ones that are preparing this, because when you have expensive cuts of meat like this, you don't want to overcook it or not cook it properly, because that would just be a tragedy. We have our butter here, y'all. They are just gonna hook us up. I cannot wait to try this meat out. Friends, here is our filet. This looks so good, and we are going to dip it in the wasabi. Wow, that's really good. That's one of the better fillets. Because typically it's like overcooked and like dry, like other fillets that we've had. So we typically don't order filet, but this was excellent. Whitney is letting you try her kimchi soup because she's not the biggest fan of it. It's a bit more sour for her than what she would prefer, but I've already taken a bite of it and I think it's delightful. So here's our kimchi stew here. You have that huge chunk of tofu. And we're gonna pair it with the rice. But you see here, that steam that's wafting. So I love this. It is a bit on the sour side. I was telling my sister that the cabbage, actually, the way that kimchi stew is prepared reminds me a lot of collard greens. It has like that nice like winter bitterness in it that I really appreciate. Friends, here is our spicy cold noodle. Now with the last cut of meat that was prepared, it was recommended that you actually wrap some of this in the meat over here that was prepared. So we're gonna try that. We also have some house-made mustard sauce, and I wouldn't say that's a little bit of sesame oil. And y'all, this meat has been marinated overnight. Look how delicious that looks. Again, I'm so happy that they do the cooking for you. So we're gonna do exactly as what was recommended. I haven't actually tried the cold noodles on their own yet. All right, y'all. Here's our bite here. Let's see if it's any good. I feel bad. I'm starting to slow down, y'all. I'm getting full. And even though you all see this is for two, I think you could honestly share this with 3 people from my perspective. Now, will they let you do that? I don't know. But I think they should. That's bomb. You get that sesame oil. And I'm gonna add some hot mustard on the second bite I'm gonna try. Y'all, that is delicious. To finish off this delicious meal, we have some soft serve green tea ice cream. Y'all, the meal was delicious, and I wish I could grow another stomach just so I could eat more. I really actually wish my co-producer was here because he could have helped us finish and polish off a lot of the food that we had. But here's the ice cream, y'all, that smooth, soft serve. That has matcha. Would you see it sprinkled at the top? Y'all, that is delicious. So I'm gonna work on finishing up this ice cream and then we're gonna head on out and debrief. Friends, we are headed out, and as you can see, the restaurant is completely clear. They are about to close. So we just made it in. And you can see too, they have like these other rooms that are a bit more, feels a bit more private for larger parties. But y'all, this was absolutely delicious, and that matcha green tea ice cream was superb at the end of it. So totally happy with my meal here at HOWOO. Thank you so much. This was really good. So this is the front of HOWOO. And as my sister described, like, this is very discreet. This is it, y'all. And so there's not like a big, huge, fancy awning, but this is very sleek. It's very sexy. It's very modern. And if you are curious about the hours, that is noted here. So actually, they are open far later, typically like on the weekends. And really today, they should be open until midnight, but I think because maybe they've been able to clear it out, no reservations, that it seems as if they're probably done. So y'all, I'll tell you my full thoughts on the experience from the ambiance of Times Square, because we're gonna head to our hotel back in that area. Friends, we are back in Times Square over near our hotel. Let me tell you, HOWOO was so good. And y'all know how I like to rate things out of a 5. I would give it a 5 out of 5. Like, absolutely. And mainly because the way that they prepared that meat, everything was juicy. They give you the right Banchan. You get your dipping sauces. Everything was freshly prepared. Y'all, that has to be like the freshest Korean barbecue I've ever had. It was delicious. So is it expensive? Yes, it's expensive as hell. Mind you, Whitney and I split that. And honestly, it's a lot of food. I think you could definitely split it with one other person. And again, I don't know if they'll let you order it if you have more than 2 people at your table. So that's just one of those things you would have to ask if you ever go to that restaurant, or, you know, another Korean barbecue place that does something similar. I don't know if they make concessions for things like that. But y'all, I felt like it was worth every penny. Sometimes you get what you pay for. And I thought it was absolutely delicious. So I feel satiated. I honestly have no complaints. The only thing I could point out for me, and it's just a taste preference. My sister didn't enjoy the tofu soup, but that was because it was a bit sour for her. For me, I absolutely love the flavor. So sometimes there's certain things that just depend on taste, right? And I think that's one of those things. Like, if you're someone that doesn't like pickled dishes, you're probably not gonna like a lot of the Banchan dishes that are served with Korean barbecues, because a lot of them are fermented, pickled. But I love those kind of flavors, especially when they're fresh and not like from a jar or a can that's been sitting in a fridge for several days, albeit weeks. So do I recommend HOWOO? Absolutely. Go get your Korean barbecue on, live your best life. Perfect date night setting, y'all. You saw the mood and the vibe that it was giving. It was giving grown and sexy. It was giving, this is not some cheap Korean barbecue. We're gonna hook you up, and we're gonna make sure that we can make the magic happen with you and your date and give you all a good time. So you don't have to worry about taking a date over there. And even if the chemistry isn't, you'll at least have chemistry with the food because it was delicious. And also shout out to the staff who cooked our food, because y'all, it rotated. So we had, I want to say 3 different people cook our food. Each person super polite, super nice, knew what they were doing. And even one of them decided to go ahead and follow me, which I thought was super kind and awesome. So if you happen to catch this video, thank you so much for preparing our food and for being a follower. And with that being said, y'all, this is our last evening here in New York. We're heading back to our hotel. And Times Square, though it's not my favorite place, I feel like being here has been really nice because I've been able to walk to work pretty easily, get to a lot of places that I intended to go to pretty quickly. So it was centralized for me in terms of the locations that I was going to. So y'all, this is it. I'm gonna try to fit in one more Java journey here, first thing in the morning before the flight. Hopefully we can get ourselves a good bagel, get ourselves some lox, get ourselves some coffee before we head to the airport. I'm flying out of LaGuardia, so though I will miss New York, I've had a good time, and it's also been great to see some of my colleagues that I work with. Y'all, I'm ready to be at home in my own bed. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Hopefully we'll get one more Java journey in before we completely call it a wrap on New York. So y'all, with a full stomach and a full heart, I will catch you on the next journey. Have a good one. Bye.